Hey guys, this is another battle between me and my friend megaman123456788. I think I said that right. I don't know, this is a battle we had together. And I lead off with my Darmanitan, King Zaddy D-Mac, right? Yep, he leads off with his Gravidor. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It gains the sheer force. But I kill it with the Flare Blitz, you know? It's crazy, right? Crazy stuff happening. I don't know. So I'm like, oh, he sends out a Samurott. Like, singing Samurott, you ain't fucking with my Dougie. So I go with the U-turn, and the U-turns out of there. Like, oh yeah, put in that work, and I get a crit. Samurott's like, you ain't still fucking with my Dougie. So, I switch out, and I go to my Ferrothorn. I'm like, yeah, time to set up on this bitch-ass nigga. So he goes with the Surf. I'm like, I'm a Ferrothorn, I could take that pretty well. But the funny thing is, he gets a crit, and I was like, wow! So, I get the recovers with the lefties, goes for the Ice Beam, like I could take that, psh, I'm a champ. Set up the spikes real quick. I'm like, oh man, yes. But I'm like, I'm about to die if I get hit with another Surf and it ends up being a crit. So I'm like, okay, time for me to protect a little bit, get a little HP back, you know, real quick. So, oh yeah, it's going down. Oh yeah, get the lefties. Tasting delicious. Oh yeah. He goes for the Surf. I'm like, I could probably survive this, even if it is a crit. And I do. It's not a crit though. And I'm like, Power Whip. Fuck out of here. Whip my bitches. You already know. Whip my bitches. So his Samurott dies. I'm like, oh yeah, bitch. Fuck you. Samurot's a bitch. That's why I don't use him. Then he sends out an Infernape, and I'm like, oh, I got the perfect switch in for you, Infernape, because Chandelures with Flash Fire, it's like the perfect Infernape counter, and like, no matter what anyone says, it's a perfect Infernape counter. Other than U-turn, what is Infernape gonna hit him with? Maybe Stone Edge, but most Infernape don't run that. So, it's like, oh yeah, hit him with the Psychic. Bye-bye, Infernape. You're still a monkey, bitch. Bye-bye. So he dies. He's like, oh, I'm gonna send in my Sassadora. I don't even know how to say that in English. Hydrogeddon? Whatever. So I'm like, alright, let me switch into my Weavile. Because of course he's going for a dark move. And I'm thinking Weavile's gonna die. But he's a physical, whatever you call that. And I'm just like, wow, I survived. So I had Focus Slash on that for no reason. So I go for the Fake Out, gets damaging. Then I go for the Ice Shard because it's a priority. It's the only Ice move because I didn't breed it with Ice Punch because 5th Gen has a lot of breeding moves. And I don't find my 4th Gen game. He hits me with a Dragon Breath. And I'm like, I survived? Wow. So he hits me, I hit him with the Brick Break, he dies. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. This was up. Weavile's going for the mini sweep right now. Oh yeah. So I'm like, he sends out his Superior. So I'm like, since I don't got anything, let me just put the Weavile to work. Because like, he's gonna die anyways, no matter what, if I switch him in or out. So he sets up the Leech Seed, and I ask him, why he set up the Leech Seed? It's a Weavile. It's fragile. So he gets his little Leech Seed recovery, so I'm like, Ice Shard again. Get the stab, you know? And I do it again. It does, I think it kills him this time. Yeah, it kills him. So I'm like, oh yeah, Weavile for the mini sweep. Weavile for the mini sweep. Oh yeah. So he sends out his Bravery. So I'm like, you know what? There's no point in switching out Weavile. Let me just go for the Ice Shard and cause as much damage as possible. I thought this was gonna kill it, but it didn't. It survived because Bravery is somewhat bulky. He goes for the U-turn. So I'm like, oh, okay. Wifi was gonna die anyway. Might as well leave it dead. So I'm like, alright, let me just go out to my Kajundo, or how I like to call him, Momo. Go for the fake out to get a little bit damage. I thought that was gonna kill, but it didn't. So I'm like, So I go for the Stone Edge, even though I could have went for the accurate U-turn. He probably would have made a comeback, probably. I don't know. But I went for the Stone Edge instead. And I won the battle. Good game, guy. Good game, Joey. Subscribe to him. It's megaman123456788. And good game, bitch.